That's a clip from the film His Name is Green Flake that was released in 2020. The director, Mauli Bonner, pledged the profits of this movie to create the first memorial representing Black pioneers and their contributions to Utah history. We had Mauli on the show when his film first came out. We are so excited to welcome him back on the show today for a really exciting update. It's so good to see you.
You too.
I call Mauli my second favorite Bonner because, of course, your brother Yahosh and I co-host down at BYU TV.
I'm still working to the top, though.
Listen, that's a good place to be. So happy to have you.
Thank you.
And before we even get in, I just have to, if I had a drum roll, I would just roll it out myself. Big news just came down out of the LA Film Circle. You just won, announced today, the award for Best First Time Actor, and your brother Yahosh, Best First Time Director, and Yahosh won Best Actor for his role in this film. Congratulations.
Huge news. Like, you're gonna see an Instagram post of me just screaming, running down the street.
Oh my gosh.
It's so exciting.
Where were you when you heard the news?
I was driving here. I was literally driving here, and I got the email, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I text Yahosh, and so it's just super exciting.
Both of you, congratulations.
Thank
I'll
you.
text Yahosh after this conversation as well. And let's remind people, no previous directing experience. That's the award, Best First Time Director. This was really inspired to you in a dream, if I remember correctly.
It was, you know, it just was something that I just saw in my head and then got on set, and then it just unfolded. And it was just a beautiful process to have family and the community who was also actors, you know, Dallin Bayless, Casey Elliott.
Yes.
It was just really incredible.
What's been the residual feedback from this film? Because it's been 2 years since you and I had a chance to connect and talk about it. People are still talking about it, though.
Yeah, it's like this growing swell, you know? And there's still a lot of people that don't know about it. I'm sure some of your viewers are just now hearing about it, and everybody's feedback is like, how did I not know about these Black pioneers, enslaved pioneers? And so it's just incredible to share this part of our history, our shared history.
The movie itself, a huge accomplishment, but as I mentioned, you pledged the profits toward another big step. And that's coming true as well. Give us the update.
I mean, that is a dream come true. So, I mean, after finishing the film and doing film festivals, we won a bunch of awards, Best Film or whatever else. And so I was thinking, oh my gosh, we're gonna take pictures by the monuments, because I live in LA.
The monuments, this is the place, Heritage Park.
Here in Utah.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that there wasn't a monument that celebrated them. So I just learned that after the film. So that's when I decided, okay, that's what this is about. Raising money and honoring those, memorializing those, commemorating their contributions to Utah. And so, yes, everything has gone towards the film, but there's some huge donors that stepped up and said, we want to make sure this happens. And so, yeah.
It's happening.
Absolutely.
It's happened. Talk me through the process. First of all, who do these statues depict?
Yes, so we're gonna have Jane Manning James, and she came in September, so she came after the Vanguard Company, and she represents the strength and faith of all pioneers, not just Black pioneers. And then we have Green Flake. He drove the first wagon through Immigration Canyon. So when you think of that Vanguard company, there was an advance team that was sent on July 22nd, 2 days ahead of Brigham Young.
That's the Orson Pratt ride,
yes, yes, led by Orson Pratt. And he drove that first wagon, along with his two brothers-in-law, Hark and Oscar, who are part of that group. So all four of them will be commemorated that day. Amazing
contributions, also amazing symbolism. They were driving the wagon that rolled into the valley. I mean, there's such symbolism in that. What does it mean to you to have these characters' story now a little more publicly known?
Well, I just think that it tells a more complete story. You know, like, we all celebrate pioneer history, but to keep adding to the history that we know only benefits us, you know, our shared history. And I know that for me, especially being a Black person and being a member of the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, representation is so important, so that children who look like me or otherwise can see, oh, we were there. We were a part of this. And so having that representation at the park is going to mean so much to the community and Black folks.
Yeah, it's something I think about a lot, as you might imagine, as a member of the media, like the complete voice you just described, the whole story.
Yeah.
And it's something we're all striving for. Is there anything else, Mauli? You're so great at educating. I follow you on Instagram. You do a lot of great work there as well in your reflections and in the thoughts that you share, as we all sort of march toward a continued education and understanding of a number of issues, including racial issues. Is there anything else you'd want us to lean into at this moment in time?
Yeah, I just think that, I think people sometimes think, oh gosh, what don't we know? And am I supposed to know it? Should I have known it? And it's kind of a scary thing.
There's an insecurity there.
Yes, yes. But we're all on the same page. Like, I was just learning this stuff a few years ago. And so my what I would ask of people is to continue to learn,
Yeah.
find out more,
Yeah.
and then teach your children.
Yeah.
Because the history is so limited, what we learn in our schools and our faith, like there's just a few heroes, but there's so many more. And so we just want to tell more complete stories that we all share. And I hope that everyone who sees this can be there that day on July 22nd at 10 a.m. It's free to the public. So we just want to have thousands of people there ready to celebrate these pioneers.
What's going to happen on that day?
So there's going to be a dedication and unveiling. So no one's going to see it until that time.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Super
Not even
exciting.
you?
Not even me.
Come on,
No, I've
really?
seen it in bits and pieces, like the
Okay.
sculptures and whatever else.
What did this take to put together? I mean, talk us through the process a little bit.
Yes, so I mean, it's been like a step-by-step journey, meeting with Ellis Ivory over at the park, if this is the place, you know, and telling him, hey, this is something that I think is important, and he just jumped on. Like there was no, you would think because it hasn't been done, was there pushback, was there something? No, like the doors have been swinging open, because so many of us have realized there isn't something, and we need it.
Yeah.
So Ellis Ivory was such a big part of this, making it happen over at the park and bringing in sculptors, Stephanie and Roger Hunt, who are beautiful sculptors. They're a married couple, and so they just are able to tell a story through their hands, which is just incredible.
Well, the detail, I know we're just seeing, like you said, the full reveal will happen at this upcoming event. We're
Yes.
just seeing kind of a little bit behind the scenes, but the early detail on the faces of these pioneers, we talk about the strength of their story, you see that in their faces. You see that in these
incredible.
art pieces.
You're absolutely right. It's so much better than I anticipated, and it's just going to be so exciting, and to have the descendants there on both sides, because we're here representing what was. None of us were there, and that's what we share in common. But we're here now, and we have an opportunity to celebrate people who contributed to what we celebrate today, our freedoms. And so I'm excited about that. I'm grateful to those who contributed. There's people who saw the film, and that was a contribution.
Yeah.
And big donors, I don't want to name names, but Kem Gardner, he came on, and it was all but done. And there's so many people that have been a part of this, and I'm excited to see them all that day.
Well, I think it speaks to the importance of the stories and also the excitement for what's happening as a result of a seed you started, I'll say. So thank you so much for looping us in. Let's review the details. July 22nd, 10 a.m. You can go to DeseretBookPresents.com if you want more information. But music, party, the whole thing?
Yeah, there's a concert that evening. And then because of those awards that we just got today, we're going to do movie screenings. So it's going to go into theaters July 22nd. Jordan Commons, yep.
His name is Green Flake, goes back into theaters.
Going back into theaters starting July 22nd. So you get megaplexes in a few different locations, Thanksgiving Point, so check that out.
All right, congratulations on so many levels, and thank you for dropping by to give us the update.
Thank you, Brooke.